All right, we finally got a picture into Sony's next big play, mobile games. Hear me out, it's not as silly as you might think. Okay, I'm sure a few of you groaned when I did that intro. Not only because it's cheesy, but because a lot of people have a negative reaction when hearing about mobile games. But this video was actually inspired by Yang Ye's video. I saw him post it, so I read the Engadget article, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why this isn't the craziest idea I've ever heard. It actually might be kind of smart and another thing that they can offer their players, right? So the first thing, I know there's a lot of Xbox fans on this channel, but come on, we're all gamers. Let's talk about this. It gives Game Pass a bit of a run for its money, right? If it's conceptually what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a cloud-based gaming service, and I think it's going to bring a large suite of games to the mobile system. Now, of course, these are going to be best be played with something like the joysticks that you put on the side of your phone, but we'll see. So in the Engadget story, basically what they say is they're hiring an executive at PlayStation Studios to focus on taking PlayStation's most popular franchises to mobile platforms. Now, Xbox is already a few years ahead, and I think, and like, that does put Sony in a negative, position where they're going to have to play a little bit of catch up. But it's still interesting that they are doing this. Granted, this story is a few days old. Sorry I didn't get to it sooner. What's interesting is yesterday, they announced the Xperia. It's a perfect opportunity to talk about gaming, talk about their strategy. The Xperia line of phones are insane. Apparently, they support 120 FPS, 4K, and HDR. Why? First of all, like, maybe if they output the 4K HDR, like you plug your phone into your TV or something like that, and then you can just play gaming on the go. You Bluetooth a controller to your phone, your games are downloaded on your phone, and you can play them on your TV. That's just me hypothesizing, right? That actually could be quite interesting. Or you could just broadcast to your TV, of course. I'm old school. I plug everything in. I don't want any input delay. But yeah, so it's really, really interesting. But no, nothing about their strategy with gaming on their mobile devices, which was interesting, or maybe I missed it. But I didn't hear anything to the level of them bringing their famous, iconic series like Ratchet and Clank to mobile. So it would be good if Game Pass had a little bit of a run for its money, because currently Game Pass, you can run your Game Pass games on an Android phone, and it is coming to iOS quite soon. Microsoft has been teasing that a little bit, and now if Sony is getting into the ring, I mean, that kind of does an interesting thing. It starts reducing the amount of barriers to people playing your products, right? But I want to also poke holes in this a little bit. Is this going to be their entire catalog? Are they planning on making games where you attach the controllers, or are they going to adapt it more similar to how Nintendo adapted Mario to be played on iOS devices? Do you guys remember Mario Run? The whole philosophy when you're programming for a phone is that you can hold it and use one hand to sort of tap. And I think we've all played mobile games and we've tried the touch screen controls, and they're just not quite where they need to be. So you have to get interesting with the kind of games that you program on mobile, right? We've seen some good entries. There was the like Fruit Ninja, with the swiping usually works. There was what was it? Skyrim had a swiping mechanic that worked quite well. But I don't know that that's going to be a megaton hit for what Sony is going for. I think they're looking to compete with Game Pass, where you plug in the controllers and then you go, right? It's interesting because there have been rumors for years about Sony coming out with a new handheld, but with them like killing the PSP and Vita recently, it doesn't seem like that's in the future. And with the power that are crammed into phones and Sony being a manufacturer, this puts them in an advantageous, well, no, actually Microsoft makes phones too. Regardless, both of them know enough about phone technology that this could be quite good for just gamers everywhere. Imagine you open your PlayStation app, you can have access to your full PlayStation library on the go. You open your Xbox app and you have full access to your Game Pass library on the go. That sounds pretty sweet to me. I don't know about you, but like, it doesn't seem like the craziest idea ever. If it's sort of like what Game Pass is doing and not sort of like a swipey game where you have to swipe every 2 seconds to get your XP. And of course, the passive benefit is it gives more people access to games, right? One of the things I advocate for on this channel a lot is just reducing the barrier. It's part of the reason I love Game Pass so much, and I've been giving Microsoft so much praise. You know, people who can't afford every single game that comes out now have this opportunity to play the newest releases for like a month or two or longer when they come to Game Pass, right? And it's a tremendous value if you're able to access that. Now, if the barrier to entry isn't too expensive of a phone, that will sort of be another avenue where Sony can be providing a service similar to Game Pass that I like, if it's what I'm thinking it would be. So yeah, so all in all, you know, I came in pretty dismissive when I saw this story. I was confused, like, oh man, mobile games? That doesn't sound good. That's naturally my reaction. Even Game Pass, like I think it's really smart. And I think there's games like Octopath Traveler works really well on mobile. You don't have to worry too much about input delay. If you have a bad connection, you might have sort of trouble lining up your character with another character, but it's not too bad, all things considered, right? So if they're doing something like that, great. More games for everybody. But if they're doing something where you got to do swipey swipes, no dice. I think this is pretty smart. I'm going to give you the thumb. Sony fans, look, I'm saying positive things about Sony. I'm not biased, I promise you. Again, reminder, I just want what's best for gamers. And when Sony says, hey, we want to focus more on AAA and less on indies, and they shut down Japan studios, that's a big thumbs down from Destin. No. That studio made Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. Dang it. And make those games 60, by the way. I don't want to pop in my disc for Last Guardian every time I want to play in 60. Anyway, yeah, so that's sort of my 2 cents on it. I think this is smart. I think it would be a good service, and I'm not as shady on it as I thought I would originally be. If it's like Game Pass. If you're just talking about charging me $60 for games on my phone, that one's not so hot. Anyway, hey, thanks for going on this journey with me, talking about Sony's next big play about taking their games to mobile. If you like these videos, I record them late at night. I'm actually recording 2 tonight. Spoiler warning. That's how I make a video a day. Sometimes I do 2. But it helps give me a little bit of a break. And yeah, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I thought the Nintendo video yesterday or a few days ago, I didn't think anybody would like it, and everybody liked it. So just thank you. It's really humbling. If you want to become a member, that's just a way you can support YouTubers. It's turned on. There's a join button that you can click, and you can click that. Thank you to everybody who has joined. Hopefully I remember to put their names in. I did in the last one, but sometimes I get tired and forget. But they're awesome. You're awesome. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Where's my outro button? I got to get out of here because I'm getting weird. All right. Bye, everybody.